Hi, I'm Diana DeRosa, and I am speaking to James O'Connor, and he lives in Headwaters, Canada. We're speaking to a lot of people that are not in the United States, which is really great. And he is the director of the documentary film, The Edge, Bruce Anderson, Natural Humanship. Wonderful film, and it's been around for a while, but it also takes a long time to shoot it. Why did you decide to get involved and become the director of this film?
That's a great question, and just wanted to say thank you, Diana, for having me. Why did I take this on? I tend to say yes to, I would say, most of the projects that come my way because they're all very different. People look at, the last job that you've done and they think, oh, you're into horses or you're into whatever, you just shot. I'm sure you get this as a photographer too, right? But for me, it's been extremely diverse. And I've been very fortunate that, I'll do equine stuff, 1 year, but I'm doing oil and gas, and I'm doing farming, and I'm doing, a lot of action sports, water sports, a wide gamut of stuff. So if someone calls me up and says, hey, do you want to do something on equine, associated with equine therapy and the work that this guy is doing, he's had an interesting life, of course I'm going to say yes. And along the way, I'll try to find a way to maybe monetize it or whatever, which is why it goes from being a project for somebody to let's try to turn it into a film and, get it more out there, I should say.
I think after a film is produced, there's always some takeaways or special moments that always come to mind when you think about that. What is your takeaway from this film?
Oh gosh, so I should say, even though we've done so many different types of projects and stuff, this obviously this movie has a special place. Not just for me as a director, DP, but a lot of different people worked on this, including Dylan Cannell, who's an excellent DP in his own right, Miranda O'Connor, who's sort of chiefs up our agency, and we all took a vested interest in it because of the animal connection and because of the nature message. We are so. First of all, we're not a typical production company that gets a lot of promotional assignments. We tend to get assignments where there's a very important message. The people delivering it are very passionate about what they stand for. And we're for sure, if we're involved, the art of storytelling, you're going to hear everyone else's voice. You're going to hear the voice of all of these different stakeholders building this story, building this argument for or against whatever it is that we're trying to amplify. So that, of course, attracted us all to it as well. It's very much in line with what we do.
As a director, you've got to sort of make a lot of decisions and stuff like that. How did you make that decision of what you were going to include, what you weren't, maybe what you were going to reach out to?
Yeah, that's an awesome question, because a lot of the time when the credits come up for a documentary, you see often writer, and you go, oh, that's interesting. So, did somebody write this? Our filmmaking, documentary making, certainly stakeholder storytelling is very dynamic and very organic. I have no idea what people are going to tell me. I really am a sponge. And of course I'm using the tools to amplify this or that, but you really have to distill. I don't have anything other than what people tell me. So, the decision what to take and what to leave, it very much just kind of depends on what helps move the narrative along and the storyline. And then there's what people are saying. I try to keep that different to what you're seeing visually. I like to tell two different stories at once, because I think we can understand that, we can get that. So then the visuals that I'm choosing are, of course, the most engaging cinematic shots with the nicest light or whatever. And then the story is, of course, all of the, we're developing the character, we're figuring out this problem, we're sort of, exploring solutions. That's kind of the work we do. And if I'm choosing stuff, to edit, those are going to be the ones that get chosen for sure. Yeah.
I do think that that's key. I think, we get so passionate about horses, but you need to also understand what's going to drive the story. So great job with this film. If people want to know more about this film and about you, how do they do that? And do you have any last comments you'd like to say before we sign off?
Wow. Last comments. Well, I guess, first of all, you can reach us at theartofstorytelling.com, theartofstorytelling.ca. We're based in Canada now, but we've worked all over the world. You know, we sort of born and grown in the Caribbean region, which is a really cool place to film and to do photography. But you know, we branched out really aggressively into North America, and we've done work pretty much, you know, everywhere except for the Far East. I've been on assignment. You can, you know, yeah, reach out to us and see if we can help you with whatever your story really is, because that's the most important thing now, I think, is people, you know, identifying what they really stand for and finding a way to communicate that to their audience in a really engaging way. Yeah, last words, I don't have any. I'm really happy that the EQUUS Film Festival has done so well and continues to be an important part of the life cycle of this film. Yeah, so I'm just grateful.
Well, thank you so much for your part in creating this wonderful film, and it does have a long life cycle and a great message. So
yeah, I would say definitely. You know, I think it's available. You can tell people where to find it, I guess, in the note to actually watch the film. But the message is really strong, you know, and right now, especially with the climate the way it is and mental health the way it is too, everybody needs to watch this movie. It's a good movie. Yeah.
Totally. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you, Diana. Take care.